Hello everybody, my name is Sierra and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a wrist-friendly legs workout for you. There's no equipment needed, it's just you and your mat. So let's go ahead and warm up with some cat-cows. So the biggest change here before we get started is the position of your hands. If your wrists are giving you trouble, feel free to make fists with your hands and use this as your hand position. This is what I'll be doing. Okay, so we're going to get started with some pointed toe leg lifts. In this move, remember to keep your core tight and engaged. Push up through the back and shoulders and keep your upper body stable. Keeping your hands and fists reduces the surface area that you have to keep yourself balanced, so slow this movement down if you need to. Alright, next let's get into our fire hydrant leg lifts. So keep your knee bent at a 90-degree angle and then keep your knee in line with your hip. Remember to keep your core engaged, belly button pulled into your spine. Imagine a string is attached to your belly button and it is gently lifting your belly into your back. This is how your core should feel throughout the duration of all of these exercises. Okay, transitioning into our straight leg lifts. So these require a bit more stability in the upper body, so that's why I went ahead and got down onto my forearms. Feel free to stay on your hands or come down onto the mat with me. A forearm stand provides more stability and it is also a better hand position if you're dealing with a bothersome wrist. And then let's go ahead and get into a leg lift crunch variation. Lift your leg as we did at the start of the routine and then pull it in and crunch at the same time. You should feel not only your leg working here, but also your abs engaging on this move as well. Really round throughout the top of your spine, accentuating each vertebrae to feel a nice stretch and to really feel those abs working. And remember to exhale as you crunch in and then inhale when you send that leg back up. All right, wasting no time, let's jump into some straight leg rainbows. So go ahead and kick that leg out and then sweep it from one corner of the mat to the other. So imagine you're drawing the top of a triangle with your toes here. Really pull those abs in to stop yourself from rocking back and forth in this move. All the power should be generated from the glutes and the legs. Okay, on your last rep, go ahead and keep that leg up, and we're going to jump into a variation of a bird dog. If this is tough on your wrist, go ahead and just hold the bird dog instead of taking this up and down motion. So this one is pretty challenging because it is working the entire body. But keep breathing, keep that core engaged, and really stay focused on creating a nice long line with your body. Imagine your spine stretching with each rep of this movement. All right, we're done with that side. So now, after a quick sip of tea, let's jump into the other side. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and repeat all those moves on this side. So a good thing to note for this routine and for future routines is to start with your weaker or non-dominant leg. So I always start with my left leg in all of my routines because my right leg is my stronger leg. So that means it won't tire as easily when it becomes my working leg. So this side is a bit more challenging because my right leg is already fatigued from supporting all the other moves. So if you're feeling this as well, go ahead and slow down or pause and then jump back in when you're ready. But for right now, let's go ahead and continue our pointed toe leg lifts. All right, next up are our fire hydrants. So keep the core pulled in. Remember to push the floor away from you to keep your back engaged. And remember your angles, 90-degree angle at the knee, and the knee is always aligned with the hip. All right, moving on to our forearms for our straight leg raises. So remember to keep breathing here. Exhale on the hardest part of the exercise. Let your exhale help you power that leg up, and then use your inhale to help you keep control when lowering it back down. Next, let's go ahead and jump into our leg lifts that transition into a crunch. So this move provides a bit of relief for the legs because the abs are taking over some of the work here. So this is also a great stretch for the spine without putting a lot of strain or weight on the wrists. Be sure to round throughout the thoracic spine to really feel those abs engaging. And remember, go slow and be intentional with your movement. Okay, rainbow leg lifts. These ones are quite difficult on this side. I'm definitely feeling it, and I hope you are too. But remember to keep control. Keep your upper body as still as you can and resist the urge to rock from side to side. And let's keep going for a bit longer. Okay, on that last rep, keep that leg held up high and let's get ready for some bird dogs. So these ones require a lot of concentration, especially now that your muscles are fatigued. So keep your eyes straight on around the edge of your mat to help with your balance, and then really pull up through the abs and the pelvic floor to keep yourself stable. Go slow and keep control. We're almost done. And we are done. Let's take a few moments here to roll out our wrists. And before we go, let's take some wrist stretches as well. So if this is uncomfortable for you or you feel any amount of pain, go ahead and skip it. But personally, I do find that stretching my wrists at the end of my Pilates routines, it does help with preventing pain throughout the rest of the day. And then here at the very end, I want to show you a move that has helped a lot with my wrist pain. So go ahead and grip your wrist right below your wrist bone, and then squeeze and then rotate the top of your hand. So you should feel relief here because this is resetting all those tiny bones in your hand. You may also feel or hear popping. If it hurts, stop. But this is one of my favorite ways to relieve pain and discomfort in my wrists. And I found it to be so helpful, especially at the end of all of my stretching and Pilates routines. So thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this workout, and I hope to see you again in my next video.